I know they're all big games in March.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this one. Kings and Knicks tonight from Sacramento. It's going to be a tough one. And we have heard the last couple of games about the physicality the Kings are playing with, the toughness, the defense has been better. Well, now you're faced with a big-time test. This Knicks team is relentless, Morgan.
Yeah, and the Kings haven't played the Knicks yet this season. And you look at that and you go, okay, what do they understand about this matchup? What do they understand about their toughness? Well, Tibbs always coaches a tough team. And so I look at a team like the New York Knicks and I go, that physicality alone, getting up into guys, maybe slowing down De'Aaron Fox. What can you do to make sure you're doing all the other little things? And I think that really starts on the defensive end for the Sacramento Kings. Because one more thing, Dante DiVincenzo has also been shooting well this year. He's been shooting almost 40% from three-point land. So just really understanding how to defend the three, the defensive effort. I need to see that from the Kings.
And DiVincenzo is trying to come for that ass tonight.
For that ass.
Yeah, after what happened during his time with Sacramento. Yeah, I'm so eager to see how the Kings handle a team that just plays tough. The Knicks, of course, are short-handed. No Randall. He's been out. Mitchell Robinson's been out. OG's questionable tonight. And the Kings lose some toughness. Trey Lyles is going to be out. We just found out with the MCL sprain out at least a couple of weeks. So Kings a bit short-handed on that front. To me, it's going to come down to this.
Ooh, what?
It's going to come down to rebounding, second chance points. The Kings have been doing a great job, especially this month with second chance opportunities, points in the paint. They're rebounding pretty well. Well, the Knicks don't allow a lot of second chance points. Yeah. They're a great rebounding team. Mm-hmm. They can get into you defensively, and they're one of the best teams when it comes to limiting points in the paint. Their last 4 games, they have held every one of their opponents under 100 points.
Ooh.
3 of those games under 80 points.
Ooh.
Now, we do need this perspective when talking about this Knicks team.
Please.
Those 4 games, 1 Orlando, 2 against Philly without Embiid.
Okay.
They've been a mess. And then Portland.
It's still hard to do that in the NBA.
It's 2024. That is ridiculous to do in the NBA. The one thing that gives me pause about this Knicks team, big picture-wise, is this. They're 15-24 against teams above 500.
Oh.
They are 24-3 against teams below 500.
They like the bad teams.
They're cleaning up on some bad teams.
Which is good.
And they're in the East. So I'm curious to see how they perform against a Kings team that, this month's playing some better basketball. They've won 5 of 7 now. Feels like they're feeling good about where they're at. But I have so many questions that I think we'll get answered tonight about the Kings. Is okay, now you've won a couple in a row against some good teams, the Bucks and Lakers. How are you performing against a team that is relentless, a team that has weapons off the bench that after the trade deadline, they haven't used a ton, but maybe because if they're shorthanded, maybe you see a little Boyan and Alec Burks.
Sure.
Those guys have killed the Kings in the past, even though they've been quiet recently. This game is obviously a concern. It's going to be tough.
Look, if the Knicks are having this good shooting night, you just mentioned a lot of those stats and what the Knicks do really well, not allowing teams to have those second chance opportunities, boxing out, all the little things that we talk about that Tibbs instills into his teams to make sure the fundamental things, right? You have to make sure you are working harder to get position when rebounding. You have to make sure you're working harder at getting those second chance points than the Knicks.
Yeah.
It's like I said, especially if they're knocking down their shots on the other end of the floor. So for the Kings, I think it's just really going to come down to being one of those locked in, complete, all-around effort games if they really want to see a dub tonight.
We talked a lot about Keegan Murray's rebounding lately.
Yeah.
This is a game where it's like, no, Keegan, we need you to get close to 10 tonight.
Please.
You got to help out Sabonis. They're relentless. Josh Hart, the guy's always getting rebounds. He comes out of nowhere to get offensive rebounds. He's just really good at it. So I think the other thing, Sacramento wants to push the pace. This Knicks group has been pushing more. They've been launching some more threes a little bit, but Sacramento, that's what they do. So Sacramento has to dictate the pace of this game tonight. If this becomes a Knicks game where they're getting second chance points, remember last year, these two teams played on TNT. I know it's a different version. The Kings won the game, but after the game, Mike Brown was pissed because of the second chance points they allowed.
Yeah.
Kings better be locked in tonight. Every one of these games matters. They're all big, and this could be a big step in the right direction for the Kings if they can get it done.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Let us know what you think in the comments below about this game tonight. What are some keys? And just know we'll be live talking about this game tonight. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo, they tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, the podcast